Hello, mamas. It's Jantina with Confessions of a Praying Mom. Guess what today's video is about? We are doing Aviah's 10-month-old update. Yay! Clap your hands, clap your hands. Yes, here she is in all her cuteness. Today is actually her 10-month-old birthday. It is August the 13th. She was born on October 13th last year, 2019, so we're really close to her 1-year birthday. She probably won't stay for the whole video, but at least you got to see her at the beginning. Wave to everybody, say hi, look at the camera, look at the camera. All right, so stay tuned if you want to hear how this little girl is growing, how she's blossoming. We're going to be right back. Mamas, so we're going to just quickly go through all of the milestones that Aviah has experienced within the last month, and just a little bit of the growth and development that I have noticed. To be honest, I really don't go by, I know sometimes we use apps like Baby Plus. There are quite a few out there. I can't even think of the names of all of them right now. But I don't particularly like to do that because I feel like sometimes you're looking for things and you're measuring your baby's progress against the textbook, and I think motherly intuition can tell you if something is wrong, but there is nothing wrong with this little chocolate drop. All right, so starting off, I just want to say, number one, sleep has become better. She doesn't want her headband on. Elijah, do you want to come get your sister? I'm going to hand her to her brother so I can finish. Thank you. Hand off. All right. So, number one, I have so much thanks to give to God for this milestone. She is sleeping better. We were still y'all up until 9 months getting up with this little girl 2-3 times a night, and I noticed within the last, I want to say 2 weeks, she has most of that, I would say out of 14 days, maybe 10 days, slept through the night. She didn't wake up until morning. 8 o'clock is her time. Within that 14 days, the other 5, she will wake up occasionally still at 4-ish, 4:30-ish, and I would have to nurse her to get her to go back to sleep. That's number 2. Nursing, or breastfeeding rather. Our breastfeeding journey has 98% come to an end. Giantina, what do you mean 98%? Well, first of all, I'm not really making any more milk. I'm pretty much dried up. I don't know when she latches on if she's getting anything at all. I don't see her jaws moving. I don't hear any swallowing, and I don't feel the letdown anymore. And so some of you may say, well, you know, is that what you wanted? Absolutely. It was my goal to wean her by the time she was 12 months, because if you have not been following my videos, I am pregnant. I'm 5 months pregnant. I got to the point where the fatigue, the tiredness that came with me nursing and being pregnant was overwhelming. And my midwife advised me, she said, when you get to about month 4, month 5, first of all, you're going to notice a decrease in your supply. Certainly continue to nurse as long as you and Aviah are happy, but as long as she's getting all of the nutrients that she needs, and she was not. So we started supplementing about a month ago with soy formula, actually a month and a half ago with soy formula. She did really well. She's on an excellent feeding schedule with eating solid food, because she eats table food now. She eats what we eat. So I feel a lot more comfortable knowing that the only thing she's getting is not milk. She's actually getting real food and milk. So again, That's the only thing. When she wakes up in the middle of the night, I do latch her on. She still latches on, and she kind of looks at me like, Mom, there's nothing coming out. But we keep going. Okay, so I think that's actually why my milk supply decreased as well. She started sleeping through the night, and that really was the only time I was nursing her. We don't nurse during the day at all. I don't nurse her when she wakes up. I don't nurse her when she goes to bed. We have dwindled down to that one time. So I'm expecting probably within the next few weeks that we probably won't even do that. And guess what? I'm okay with that. Our journey has been beautiful. We have had a talk. And I told my baby, hey, this milk is for your new baby brother or sister that's coming. So, you know, I think in her spirit she understood that, and we're good. Okay, number 3. I'm going to insert a video here because I want to talk to you a little bit about her development with play. I am so big on children learning through play, independent play, as well as us playing with them or them playing with other children. I have noticed that some of the toys that we bought Aviah, like maybe I want to say when she was 7 or 8 months, she's now actually playing with them. Before, she was just kind of looking at it like, oh, okay, and she just kind of crawl right past it. Now she will actually take her blocks out of the basket. You know, she'll kind of manipulate them a little bit. There's this little squishy sunflower doll that makes music that my aunt brought for her about, I think about 5 or 6 months old. She bought that for her. She didn't really do anything with it. We would play with it. We would manipulate it for her, and she still wasn't really like intrigued by it. But now she actually knows how to push the little nose to make it light up and make it start singing. There are a couple of other toys though that are showing in the video that I'm posting here that she's not really aware of what they do yet. She just kind of, I put them together, she tears it apart, she breaks it apart. So she hasn't gotten to that point yet where she can decipher, oh, the block goes inside this section of the box, or this shape is that. She's not there yet, and I don't expect her to be, but I just wanted to show you that. Number 4, reading. Reading has become such a really special time for us, y'all. It's actually my favorite thing. I try to read her at least 1 to 2 books during the day to stimulate her, and I read to her at night before bed. I actually wanted to show you this book. This is a book that was gifted to us at our baby shower for her. It's called God Always Keeps His Promises by Max Lucado. Beautiful, beautiful illustrations. And you might say, but that's not really for a baby. Well, guess what? I just believe that even from the womb, we can speak, we can read the word of God to our children, and their spirit understands, and their spirit is receiving and learning it. And it's a time of devotion for me too. So this is me and Aviah's little time before we go to bed. It's actually going through the Bible, all of the Bible stories, the Bible characters in chronological order, and we read the Bible story itself, and then there's a lesson about God's promises that He has given to His people that is shared in that story with some Bible verses. And so we just go through that, and so I think that's awesome. I think that's a bonding moment that she and I need, that's aside from everything else that's going on during the day. And I am pouring the word into her. During the day, the little books that I'm reading her, I don't actually have the ones that I use, but I'm really big on Dr. Seuss. Get you some Dr. Seuss. I love Dr. Seuss. The rhyming, the colors, the pictures. And what I've noticed is, and this is not a good example, this is a more advanced Dr. Seuss book. It's in, I can read it all by myself level. We actually, hold on. I have this little kit was given to me at her baby shower, and it's the Bright and Early board books. And these books, here are some of the ones that we've been reading. The Shape of Me, Hop on Pop, Oh, the Things You Can Think, 10 Apples on Top. And all of these have been simplified for baby. They are board books, so she can't tear the pages. She can chew on it, gnaw on it, and it doesn't hurt it. But during the day, we're reading those, and I'm teaching her which direction to turn the page. So we'll read the book, and then I'll say, turn the page, and she's learning how to turn the page. And then we kind of stay on that page, because what I've noticed that she does, she takes her little finger and she outlines the pictures, and she's just moving her finger across because she's getting an understanding, I guess, of the shapes, of the elements of the picture. And I think it's her way of engaging with the story that we're reading. So that's something that's very special to me, and I have noticed that she's really a little bit more patient now than she was before. 10 months before, she'd be ready to get down, she'd be pushing the book out of my hand, but now she's engaging, she's learning how to turn the page and how to really just kind of take her time looking at the pictures. So that's beautiful. I love literature. I love teaching children about reading at an early age and falling in love with reading. Do that, mamas. It's important. I don't care if your baby is fresh home from birth. You need to read to your baby. It's a very important part of their development. All right. Lastly, number 5, we're talking about my favorite thing, food. How is her eating going? It's going really well. We're still in the same space. I think over the last 2 months, Aviah has really mastered eating just about everything. This is the funny part. She only has her 2 bottom teeth still. No more teeth yet, mamas. She still doesn't have any more teeth, so I'm looking for those to show up at any moment. But even with 2 teeth, she is maneuvering very well. She eats for breakfast. We've done pancakes, we have done eggs, we've done hot cereals, oatmeal, grits. She has done blueberries, strawberries, bananas, apples, which actually my husband and I will boil those, or we'll bake them, because they're too hard for her to chew right now, but she will eat them soft. Also, she has done peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I know. No, I didn't give her the whole thing, but literally I will tear off little pieces and I will feed it to her, and she does really well with that. Jelly is the first actually sweet thing other than fruit that we've introduced to her. I normally don't put jelly on my PB&J. The kids do. It'll normally just be peanut butter and bread, but sometimes I will put a little bit of jelly just to give her that taste and texture. Her favorite vegetable is avocado, hands down. This girl will eat avocados all day. She will eat them mashed. She will eat them like guacamole style, where we mix in vegetables. She will eat them with a little salt and pepper, a little bit of lime juice. She loves avocados, so that's a win-win. I've never seen a baby eat avocados like she does. I know if I ever am out and about and I want to give her something, if I can keep an avocado in my purse and a spoon, and we're good to go. As far as what we cook, I don't know if you followed my stories on Instagram, but we have been doing plant-based meals, mostly plant-based meals, and so she's not eating any meat. And when I say mostly, that's because we do consume seafood occasionally. So she's had fish, she's had all of her vegetables, different pastas, soups. The girl loves it. She loves it. We're still not accustomed to eating spicy food yet, but I do give it to her whenever I cook like Indian food or Caribbean style food. I introduce to her the spicy taste because I want her to get used to it. That's pretty much all. There's nothing else new to share, but hey, if your 10-month-old is doing some of these things or some of the things I didn't talk about, please share, comment at the end of this video. I would love to engage with you. And as always, I'm praying for you. I'm praying for our babies, that God gives us the continued strength to mother them, to coach them through these very important milestones and this part of the development of their first year. Be patient. Don't try to measure your baby's growth with somebody else's or what a book says. You know, God has put the Holy Spirit inside of you to know that your baby is doing well, or if there's something that you need to address. Again, this is a place for encouragement, inspiration for every mom everywhere, and I pray that that's what you received when you were watching this video. Thank you so much. Don't forget, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I post new videos. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and like this video. Bye-bye. Blessings.